so you would have seen part 1 yesterday. So basically she was like having a right go at me, and and to be honest, I shouldn't have to lie. Like, I don't lie in general. Like, she knows I'm brutally honest, and I shock her at times with my honesty, but she knows I'm really unwell. When I left hospital last Thursday, I went in and spoke to them and told them I was ill and I would need some leeway regarding when I work. And she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. 2 minutes later, they're obviously changing their mind. But I said, you knew where I was, you spoke to my dad. That should have been enough, knowing I was at hospital. She's like, well, it should have been your priority rather than going to the hospital to tell me where you were. And I'm like, well, I didn't, and I'm sorry. Like, I can't do anything now. I said, do you want me to leave? Because if you want me to leave, I'm happy to leave. And she's like, well, no, I don't want you to leave. I said, but, you know, obviously there's a problem here. You know I'm ill. You know I could potentially have time off at any point. Yeah, you're doing this now. I said, it's not fair on me. And I was in tears, and she's the only person who makes me cry. Like, no one else really makes me cry. Like, my ex makes me cry and stuff, but that's different. That's not like someone I work for. That's just different. And I'm just like, no one else upsets me like this. And she's like really laying into me. And I see her when she's disciplining like other staff members. She never goes off at them like this. And she said, every time I say something, you've got an answer. I said, well, of course I'm going to defend myself. I'm not going to be in the position where someone's having a go at me and I'm not giving them my answer to what they're saying, because that's not right. I said, other people might be scared to say something, but I'm going to stand up for myself. Will I ever get his bloody answers back? I said, well, if I said to you what you're saying to me, you're going to answer back. I said, no one in the right mind wouldn't answer back. And like, I never said this, but like, I was in a job before where I was bullied and pushed around for months and months and months, and I was too scared to stand up for myself. And I've always said, I'm not doing that anymore. And to some extent, I'm not sticking up for myself because I'm still going there. I'm still feeling like crap about being there. I dread getting up in the morning. I put off going to sleep because I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to have to go there. And I shouldn't be made to feel this way. And, you know, I knew if anything was ever said, I would stand up for myself. So she carried on at me. I said, I never let you down. I always let you know where I am. She's like, you let me down all the time. And then I said, I'm ill. She's like, yeah, you're always ill. And I'm like, do you think I really want to be ill? I've not chosen to get what I've got. I mean, I know I choose to keep it, but I haven't chosen this. This isn't what I've chosen. I've not chose to get these illnesses. And I said, look, if you don't want me here, it's absolutely fine. I'll go. And I started to pack my stuff up because I actually meant it. And I thought, I'm going. I'm not going to sit here and have this because I don't need it. She's like, well, I want you to stay. I'm not saying I don't want you here, but I want you to tell me where you are at all times. I'm like, I'm not telling you where I am at all times. I said, if I can't make it, I'll let you know. But it didn't happen yesterday. I said, but you know I'm ill. There should be some kind of leeway here. I said, this isn't fair because, you know, what as if I've been rushed in hospital. I can't just, like, go, hold on a minute, let me just contact my manager because, you know, if I don't, she's going to go crazy at me. And then, like, she said, are you catching up on your work? I went, yeah, I'm catching up. Well, obviously you don't need to work on Mondays if you're catching up. I'm like, okay. She cuts my hours, I walk. I'm not putting up with it. Like, my doctor's been telling me to leave for months, and I've been actually quite reserved of what I've revealed on here because I'm not going to get into a lot of it. But I don't appreciate going to work. I'm not well. I felt sick all day. I'm in pain. I couldn't take as much medication as I wanted to take in case it made me out of it. I mean, I don't know if it would, but on the off chance it affects my thinking, I've got to put up with pain. And most people wouldn't go to work feeling the way I feel, and that's the truth. And, you know, when I went in, I was talking to the other one because I know she's two-faced and she don't want me there. She throws me under the bus as often as she can. I said to her, I'm thinking of taking 1 to 2 months off. And she's like, how can you afford it? I said, if I have to do it, I'll do it. So I know that's going to be repeated and they're going to have a go at me at some point. So then I carried on working, and Marie and Sylvana came in. And Marie comes in straight away to speak to me. And I'm thinking, it's going to be obvious. I've been crying. And I'm trying to, like, make sure there's no tears down my face. And I didn't feel up to talking, because normally I'll talk to Marie. I'll give her as much time as she wants. And I just couldn't bring myself to talk to her, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting on with my work, which was a bit of a dig at my manager. And the thing is that annoys me, well, it don't annoy me, it's just like those two in the other room have got like a reception desk, you know, it's all built up because basically all they are is glorified receptionists, and mine's open, mine's like a proper desk, and they can't see what they're doing or the lack of what they're doing, because 80% of the time they're sat doing nothing because there's nothing to do. But they've conned management that there's enough work for 2 full-time and overtime people, because they do as much overtime as they can get away with. But half the time they're sat there, well, more than half the time they're sat there doing nothing other than eating crisps, biscuits, filing their nails, making phone calls to family, or buying stuff online. Like they're not working. And I'm thinking, I couldn't sit there all day and do overtime and not do anything, because I'd be bored after 3 minutes. Like, I get bored when I've got nothing to do and I'm trying to spread it out to last the 4 hours. Like, I'm bored, I need stuff to do, I need to keep my mind occupied. And that's why I'm very reluctant to walk out on it, because if I've got nothing in place and I've got nowhere to go, I know how I'm going to get again, and I don't want to go back to that place. But at the same time, like someone said to me yesterday, you've got to think what it's doing to you whilst you're there, and the potential consequences it's having on you, because it's affecting you, because you're staying up as late as you can, because you know if you go to sleep, you're going to have to, as soon as your alarm goes off, you're getting up and you're going there. So that's affecting you, and then you hate walking in, you hate being there, because it's, you know, they're putting you under this much pressure. They make you answer every phone call, even though 70% of the conversations you can't answer, because you don't do the job the two receptionists do. So you don't have access to timesheets or rotas or anything else, so you can't tell people where people are or who's coming or whatever. And I said, I know I can't. And like, they treated me like the receptionist. I said, I'm there doing something very important, and I'm like engrossed in it, and then I'm like having to answer the phone, write down whatever it is, put it through to a relevant person, or try to do it with myself, then get back to what I'm doing, whilst those two are sat actually having chats about what they did at weekend or eating a packet of crisps, like, because they're always sat there munching, like, and I'm just like, what am I meant to do? Like, and the person I was speaking to yesterday, like, you know, there's going to be a point where they're going to push you and push you and push you, and they're making you feel worse, and you're trying to find something to do if you leave, but in that time that you're taking, you could potentially be made to feel worse in different ways. And you know, I can see it is affecting you, and what they're doing is affecting you, so you're going to have to make a decision either way at some point. And I said, well, the way I feel at the moment, I'm being brutally open with people and what I think about them or situations they've put me in. I said, it's going to get to a point where they're going to go too far, and I'm going to tell them what I think about their bullying towards me, and then I'm going to walk. I said, you know, I will walk. I said, I don't want to put myself in that position where I've got nothing to go to, but even I have my limits. And my doctor's been telling me to leave since maybe September, October. And then when I saw her last Monday, she said, I really, really need you to leave that job. And I said, I understand the reasons for you staying, and then I understand how you need something to go to. But I can see what they're doing to you. I can tell without you even saying anything to me. It's altering, like, the way you're acting and it's making you more nervous, and it's making you go backwards. And I know it's that. I said, because, you know, that's the only thing that's really that bad, like this last couple of weeks. I said, and she's like, that's what, you know, she said, I can see they're tearing you apart, you're losing yourself again when you're only just getting yourself back slowly, and they're doing this to you. She said, I really need you to leave that job. And I do understand. And she said, I know it's difficult. I said, I want you to do whatever you can to do it, because I can see what's going on. So it's not a nice situation, and I knew from certain reactions that something was going to happen. And then just before I was leaving, it's like 5 my manager rushed upstairs, and then she come back down with the owner, and I thought something's going to kick off here, I'm going. And it was like 1 o'clock, well, it was 1 o'clock when they walked back in, so I logged off the computer, and I packed my bag and I left. But I had to get past them to get out, and I said, I'll see you tomorrow. She went, yeah, you will do. I said, unless you burn the place down, because he was sticking incense sticks into bits of wood and wall and stuff, and I'm like, because a rat's died in between the floors, and instead of getting the floor took up, we're having to put up with this smell of dead corpse basically. And I said I hope it is a rat, because the strength of that smell, it smells like it's much bigger than a rat that's gone off up there. So, and I said bye to the other two, and then one always ignores me, so I said a name, so it made it obvious who I was saying bye to. She went, yeah, bye. So I was like, okay. Then I left, then I went to Tesco, then I went to the office, then I came home, then I started the last video, and now I'm finishing this video. So I'm going to go and get changed, and I'm going to put the washer on, and I'm going to do a few bits and pieces around the house. Not much, because I have no energy. I'm actually going to take painkillers first, and then take my makeup off and just relax and have a shower about 8 o'clock and wash my hair for tomorrow. I'm trying to get her, like, I'm going to actually start another video.